The fact of the visit is not only the most important discovery of the last 13 years, it's the most important discovery in human history. It doesn't matter who these aliens were, doesn't matter where they came from, why they left so quickly, or where they've vanished to since. What matters is that we now know for sure, humanity is not alone in the universe. I'm afraid the Institute of Extraterrestrial Cultures could never make a more fundamental discovery. Hey, hi, hello, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to In Between the Lines. Today we're going to be talking about Roadside Picnic. Now, unfortunately, green screen is a thing, so I'll just throw the picture up somewhere. It's fine. A nice little whoop. So, the story of this book is basically the aftermath of this extraterrestrial event of the visitation that took place in half a dozen separate locations, 6 places around the world, that appear not to be as random as they thought. These zones where this visitation happened seem to be basically, through the 13 years of how long this has happened, these zones have basically changed. They've become alien-like. Things in that area have either disappeared, mutated. There's this one scene in the book, let me just describe it for a quick second, where there's like an antenna and it's like some sort of strange hairs growing on it. They don't grow on anything else, but only on the antennas, on these metal antennas. And they tried to hook some of their hair, but the hair started to like burn through this like really thick metal wire on a helicopter or something like that. It's I'm not describing it well, but it was so freaking creepy how it described it. But yeah, and then there's these it's about how this person named Red, nicknamed Red for short, is a stalker who basically goes into these zones to get basically treasure hunt. But being a stalker and going to these zones is illegal. There is police. There's very much that sort of area forced upon this poor Red character. I think the worst, like the creepiest bit about this story and how it's all about this aftermath, which is beautifully described, is the fact that these visitors didn't notice these nervous animals, which were us, the humans. We were nothing. We were ants. They didn't notice us. We were nothing. I know I've said that multiple times, but they didn't even notice us. And whatever's left, that has hurt our planets that we have to live with and survive on. Creepy. So the opening of the book is basically a radio interview between the interviewer and this doctor named Pillman. He explains that imagine if you spin a huge globe and you start firing bullets into it, the bullet holes would line the surface in a smooth curve. The whole point is that all 6 visitation zones that are around Earth have the same sort of smooth curve to them. They weren't random at all. Yeah, this book is basically, after that, it's divided into 4 sections. Section 1 is when our main character, Red, is 23. We kind of get an understanding of what being a stalker is. Kind of about his relationships towards people, how he kind of keeps him at arm's length, but he does have a best friend, the person who he works with, who I absolutely loved, and I went through the motions on that one. Section 2 is basically, it's been another 5 years, he's 28, he's married, he's got a kid. The dangers with it, because being a stalker is illegal. And then it goes through to the next 2 sections, which is basically, some more years have passed, another person's kind of perspective before it goes back to Red. I'm trying not to give too much away, because a lot happens in these sections, even though they're quite small. It's not a big book, only 209 pages. So the book has good and bad things in it. The good thing is the story is captivating. The way that some things are described are really creepy and probably gives you like the shivers, because it's so everything that they describe is so alien and unnatural. It's confusing a little bit, but I'm there for it. The only really bad things is that some of the conversation, I guess it could just be a translation issue more than anything. It's like you've kind of come midway into a conversation, you have no fucking clue what they're talking about. Probably because they're talking about alien stuff that you don't know, like these things called empties, and they're not empty. But it describes it later on, but at first I was very confused. But if you just push through that little bit, you do get there. I absolutely adore this book. I appreciate, you know, telling me all about it. Definitely recommend. This book made me go through the motions. If you've read it, I'm probably going to say this name wrong. Kilrin? I say Krillin like from Dragon Ball Z. Kirill, that's his name. Kirill, sorry. Christ. Absolutely adored his character. Absolutely adored. I went through the motions with that bit. There's a moment in the book with Kilriff where Red has this moment of just this humanity while he's a stalker and he kind of keeps people out. He has this bit where his humanity just gets too much and he has this moment of a breakdown. But the breakdown is so real, it gave me shivers, and I just felt for the man. I really did. I would definitely recommend this book. If you can just push past the little bits that I've commented on, you'll be absolutely fine. I wish there was books like this for like a series. I'm definitely gonna be looking into them a bit more. Never been huge on sci-fi, but I love this book. It's definitely gonna be staying on my shelf. I will probably be reading this again. It's got that rereadability to it. Yeah, I'm definitely be looking up more. If anyone has any recommendations or anything very similar to this, I would love to know. Next book, we'll see which that one is. It'll be out of that list that we said for our scintillating September to be read video. Still pretty excited to read all the other books, but love this book to bits. Very quick, very easy to read. Definitely recommend. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. And yeah, pop down what you think and be good.